Hello and welcome to a different kind of video on my YouTube channel that I haven't really done before, but this is going to be the first of many sim racing videos I make on this channel that will follow my journey for a league named GPVWC. This league takes place on a racing game called R-Factor 2, and I believe it's one of the biggest open world leagues on R-Factor 2. It's been going around for a very long time. I think it's 25 years or so. And in this league, there are 4 categories: Formula Sprint 2, Formula Sprint 1, Super Lights, and Super League. And there is a 5th category called Academy, which is a sign up and drive to get you either prepared for the other series, or you can just drive for fun. So there are 5 in total, and 4 in the ladder that you go from the top, or sorry, the bottom to the top. And I started in Academy last year around April time, and I ended up getting pole in my 3rd start at Road America, my 2nd round, and I eventually won my first race at Imola 2 weeks later in my 5th race. Yeah, I think it was my 5th race. And I got offered to drive in a Formula Sprint 2 team called 01 Esports for 2 rounds, the first of which was Shanghai, and it was very wet and I didn't have any practice. And I got a setup given to me an hour before the race, and it didn't go very well with 2 races outside the points, so that was a one and done. But I got the opportunity to race again 2 weeks later in Imola, and it went a lot better. And I had 2 weeks of solid practice and a setup that I'd worked on, and it got me an 8th in race 1 and a 6th in race 2, so that went really well. And then after that, I got a full-time seat at Team RNG for the rest of the season, and finished the season with 2 podiums to my name and 17th in standings, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it was over 100 points in my, I would say first full-time, but first part-time season in sim racing. So I think that was a great achievement. Now we're in 2025, and we're in Formula Sprint 2 again, as I go off track during practice. And I'm sticking with Team RNG with a new teammate, Ty Jongstra, who you'll see in each video, who, like me, this will be his first full time in sim racing. He was in last season but joined midway through, around about the same time as me. So he had raced in Academy, and he did win a race at Le Mans, Circuit de Bugatti or whatever it's called. And he did finish the year in 28th with 37 points, but I know he could do a lot better. Our first part-time season for both of us, so we want to do better. And our aim is top 5 in the Constructors and top 10 in the Drivers' Championship for both of us. And I think that's a solid goal as we're back in the pits. But yeah, there'll be a long year ahead of us, so let's start the first video. So my recording crashed during race 1. So that means I lost practice, qualifying, the warm-up, which I don't think I drove for, and then obviously race 1. So I'm going to take you through my quali lap, my best quali lap real quickly. It was my 3rd quali lap, so just coming out of the pits for the 2nd time. I think we're like 7 minutes into the session. Qualifying is 15 minutes. There are 32 of us, so currently 10th out of 32nd. Really not bad. I'll keep the inputs and you can see everything right there. I'll keep that open for the lap. So we're just on the out lap here. Don't want to crash, because if you do crash, you are out of qualifying. If you crash and can't make it back to the pits, so if you lose a tyre, engine blows up, you're done. You don't want to escape the pits until you're in the pit lane. Otherwise, you will get a penalty for the next round, which is not ideal, as I almost lose it through turn 6 on the out lap. That wouldn't have been ideal. So, ideal starting position for Melbourne, which is a track that I don't really like. Practicing it is just not fun. There's two turns on this track that make it not fun. One of them is this one, the fast chicane, and turn 6, which is earlier on in the lap, which is a almost flat out right-hander, but you want to lift off. And this car's sort of tricky to get the balance through there. As we come to the lap, my goal is top 10 for qualifying. Currently 10th, so on par for it. As we're in sector 3 now, coming down to the 2nd to last turn. So here we go, starting the lap. You will be able to see in the bottom the lap time and the sectors, as currently it's counting up, but it will show as soon as I come across the line, and I'll take you through a lap. So yeah, this lap is a 1:35.9. Could have been better, could have gone faster. The turn 1, there's a nasty bump on the inside, you want to avoid that. I could have taken that a bit better. Not really near the track limits there, so definitely a lot more time to gain through there, at least another 10th. And here you want to be braking between the 100 and the 50. Nice trail braking into the turn. I took it a bit cautious. I just wanted, I think I was up here. So down into 14th now. Coming through the flat out bit. Don't want to scrub speed through any of these turns. You want to get the lift off nice. Minimum speed 193. Pretty good through there. The sector 2 is 23.1, so about 10th and a bit off. As we come, there's a nice little nice bit of the track here. You can just relax, think about what you're going to do into this fast chicane. In the race it's a lot better because you've got a lot, well, I've forgotten the word for it. There's a lot more slipstreaming going on, so you've got a lot more to think about as we come through the fast chicane. Pretty good. Definitely could have been better. I think I lost a tiny bit of time. Break between the 150 again, over the curb, using the outside curb. Very nicely done. Come to third to last turn, flat out. Second to last turn, break between the 150 yet again. Want to be over the curb. This is nice and clean. No scrubbing the speed. Don't want to slide the tyres. Especially not in the race. You lose a lot of tyre wear. Flat out through the last turn. And across the line. 38.5, sector 3, so good. But still 3 tenths off. And up into 10th. As I will skip to the end. I think I stay in 10th for a little bit. Down to 12th, 13th. And at the end we lose another position. So Junior Lopez does grab pole for this race, followed by Caspar, Amari, Sandeep, Michael, Josh, Mikael to a mile 7th, Joe, Gillette, Kurt, and James. And then we have the rest. I'm in 14th. My teammate 17th out of the 32 drivers, so really not that bad. Brody and Damir grabbing 2 back of the grid penalties, I believe. I know Brody got 1, I don't know about Damir. Yeah, so pretty solid qualifying. 14th for the first race, but not great. Definitely could have done better. But let's move on to the race. So here we are on race 1. Currently on the formation lap. Starting P14, coming to the line, warming up the brakes. This part of the recording also corrupted, so we're looking at the race replay here. So I've had to go and record after the race instead of having it from my POV with us being in Discord. Talking with my teammate and who was race engineer, Kenny, who was race engineer at the time. But this will have to do. So I've got nameplates on, so you won't be able to see the lights. I just sort of guess when we go and commentate over the race and give you my thoughts as to what happened and explaining things during the race. So we should be going green fairly soon, starting behind Craig Patterson, and I think someone's behind me as we're revving out, and we're going. So no overtakes down into turn 1. It's pretty single file into turn 1. I want to just stick my nose in on Craig here, not making an overtake, just defending from the car behind. So I've got a bit of a gap in front of me now, a bit opening up, but it's fine. It's lap 1. There will Constantine effect in front, and as it turns out there's a crash on the left hand side. Mikko Tuomala, his game crashes, and I've got nowhere to go on the left there, so I've seen the crash too late and I accidentally punked Craig around. But we did gain 3 places in the end there. I don't think Craig is going to report me for that one. It's a turn 1 instant, it's messy. But we get past the crash. Not many other people, well, loads of other people got through, but I think there was a few DNFs on that first lap. My teammate was involved, lost the front wing, so he's going to pit. Brody as well, starting from last, someone who I would have expected to win. But nevertheless, as we're now behind Magnus Ockenhaug, and we're going to try and make up, or we want to make up as many positions as possible on the opening lap, because that's the best time to do it. Not quite getting a good run through the chicane, and I think there's Chinaglia in the academy car next to us. We fend him off now, which is good stuff. But we're coming to the end of lap 1 now. So, decent lap run for my standards. I tend to usually go forwards in the first lap. But my plan now is just to stick behind Magnus. There's a huge dirty air on this track. So, going to want to stick as close as possible, get some slipstream down the straights, and maybe make some moves. Coming down this turn 1 again. Exit turn 2, not quite close enough for any slipstreaming. Waiting for battles ahead to take place. Down into turn 3, I think it's too wide in front of us, but no, Joe Gillette slots in behind Josh Flynn. Quite a little bit of behind the yellow car. Josh Flynn's the green camo car ahead. I don't know if you can quite see it. But I think I'm faster than Magnus and Domenico here at the start. They're in dirty air, but just felt like I had a quite good pace, keeping it on track. So not too bad. But it does sort of seem like we're starting to fall away. And I don't think there's any danger behind us. Look in the rear view mirrors. Like in game, I've got a mirror at the top of my screen to show stuff behind me. It's a little bit easier. Someone goes off track there. I don't know who that is, but it keeps it steady. I almost go wide there, but getting a nice run. But Magnus also has slipstream in front of him as Domenico and Joe Gillette go side by side. Domenico gets past easily with the slipstream. I think he's running lower wings than us and the two cars in front. Magnus Ockenhaug and Joe Gillette on a team, so this will be quite hard to get past them. They're running an old Lotus livery that looks really clean. I quite like that livery actually. We're tucked in the slipstream now of Magnus. I'm really close now. He's not quite close enough to Joe Gillette for the slipstream. He defends. I tuck to the outside, let him through. It's not an overtaking point. See if you can get a run out of turn 2. I should have said actually, it's a 15 lap race, so not very long, but we do have 2 races. As Magnus defends again, but not quite close enough. Coming out of turn 5, or turn 4 now, into turn 5. As the rest of the lap just want to stick in dirt air, but I think something happens now that we're about to see. No, it's not this lap, but that's a bit of foreshadowing for what's about to happen. I think I got a really bad exit there, and Chinaglia is right behind me now. And he's definitely running lower wings than me as he breezes past, as you can see in the rearview mirror on the right. And there he goes, just gonna have to tuck in behind him now, letting off so that I don't get bad dirty air, but it's still pretty bad. But a decent exit. Slightly off the track, but it's not a cut. So settling into the race, two positions behind. And getting quite close under the braking there. A little bit of dirty air on the exit, bit of lag. And we're just going to follow Chinaglia now. 1 position back, which I guess I wasn't too happy about at the time, but you know, that's racing. As we've got another slipstream now, and again, as I said, he's on lower wings, so this will be a lot harder. But this does mean I will have the better run through the turns, even in dirty air on him. But this was a mistake. I should not have done that, and I get a cut for that. I know it. A few points for track limits there. You get a maximum of 5 penalty points. I probably got 1 for that. Doesn't go wide, so that was a bit dumb. I should have set up a move for turn 3. Yeah, wasn't great racecraft there. Bit dumb going down the inside. At the time I was annoyed he didn't give me room, but my front wing wasn't quite there. I'm not sure if that was a cut or not, because you can use the bit of the gravel, but I've got another run. But I don't think I'm going to do it this time. It's not worth it. But we will see. I do end up getting side by side with him. Does he leave us the room? Bit of a bump. Going for the switch back. But no, I've got a good run on him now. This is what I should have done out of turn 2. In the slipstream, tugging the slipstream. Should have waited a little bit more, but you know, just outbrake him. Simple as that. Outbrake side by side, and he doesn't give us room. And I was not happy about that. And you'll see in race 2 that I sort of get my revenge. I shouldn't really do it, but you know, racing's racing. revenge. So we're going to have another crack at it though, because it's still in the slipstream. So far, no cuts. It's all been great action at the start of the race. Fighting above where I qualified as well. So will say, decent start to the season for me, even if qualifying wasn't too great. And now we're tucked in the slipstream again, coming down to turn 3. I brake a lot later than him, and again, pushed off wide onto the grass. And just like that, Chinaglia stays ahead. And now we're going to cut ahead a lap to lap 6, around about the same part. So we're still behind Chinaglia, and this happens. And to be honest, I have no idea how I saved that. And the fact that only 2 cars have come past there is amazing. So now what I have to do... Oh, 3 cars come past. Mauro Tozzoli as well, and the other Academy car. So now what we've got to do, we've got to try and catch. It's not an easy task. I think Mauro Tozzoli's on lower wings than me as well, which means he has higher top speed, less downforce through the turns. So we're going to cut forward again. I think this is the battle with Mauro Tozzoli. I think this is another lap ahead in the slipstream. He's defending. Don't know why, I'm not close enough. But I brake way late, so I go for a little bit of a switch back. I'm side by side with him now, but I'll let him go through again. It's not worth it being on the outside there. Just gonna force myself into a penalty that I don't want. But now we're close enough to go side by side, and I'm far enough alongside that he gives us the room. I let off less than him and moved on. So I didn't think it was possible to overtake in turn 6, but we've now got Yunus Kerala on our left. I accidentally gave him the inside, and there's Yunus Kerala in the priority 1. I've already hit his teammate off in turn 1 on lap 1, and I'm about to do the same thing here. I honestly, I do take part of the responsibility for that, as you saw him spin in the rearview mirror. Yeah, I don't know if that was my fault or not. Like, well, it was my fault, but was I to take majority of the blame? I don't know, because it did look like he backed out. And now we're skipping ahead a lap, and Josh Flynn spun in front of us, and that is an easy position, or so I thought, as I run off track. As he breezes back by us, a little bit of contact again. Really close racing with everyone here. I don't know whether it's my fault or if I keep hitting people or not. But we're going to stick behind Josh Flynn for now, as I think he's, again, another person running lower wings than us. So, again, we're going to get better run through the turns on him. But down the straight, that's where it matters. Well, we're slower there, but it's still going to matter because we still get the slipstream. No cut there, and we're in the slipstream. So, going to force an overtake here, whereas he just leaves us the room. Down the inside. I think he's got dead tyres at this point, just lets us through. Another bit of contact. And moved on. So up into 13th. As I think we just skipped forward a little bit to another lap. So this is lap 11, I think 3 laps ahead. As we're now behind Samuel Slavov, we've caught up to the guy in front, Kano, one of my friends. As we make a tiny mistake there. I think braking too hard, the rear's locked up a little bit. We go off track, get a penalty. Well, penalty points, not penalty. We don't want to reach 5, and I think I got 0.5 for that, because I think there's a 0.5 getting one there. As we get a good run. Don't get a cut for that, but we've got a fairly good run here. Kano, the guy ahead, is running similar wings to us. So we should be equal down the straight, without slipstream anyway. As he runs onto the grass a little bit there. But here we go. Can we get a run down into turn... I don't know what it is, but we've run off there. So we've made a huge mistake and got more penalty points. And then run onto the grass again for good measure. So we're going to have a crack at it again. On lap 14 this time, so another 3 laps ahead. As we're closing. We're closer this time, and the guy ahead of Samuel is Justin Van der Smissen, P11, so we're going to want to get him as well. But we're very close, and I haven't seen the yellow flag there. Someone's rejoining the track. Joe Gillette from earlier. He joins the track right in front of me and Kano, and after the race, me and Kano were like, oh my god, we almost died. But now, we're at the end of the race now, locking the rears again. It's the final lap. I haven't quite made it work. Without Joe Gillette coming back on the racetrack, maybe we could have had it. Not quite sure. But, yeah, we're in P12, but Justin Van der Smissen got a penalty on the last lap, which is 25 seconds if you don't serve the drive-through penalty. And we claim P11 at the end. So honestly, 14th to 11th, not that bad of a race. Good for a first race, I'd say. And after the race, we'll find out who will get pole for the next race, because it's reverse grid from either 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, or 15th. And as you're about to find out, it was 10th, which really infuriated me. But on to race 2. We're now in race 2.
100% every time.
I'm a bit behind in my race slot. And I'm going to be commentating
On the grid.
over me, Kenny, and Tyres. So we're starting P11. Lights are about to go out. Didn't get on reverse grid pole.
Florian had a jump start.
So we're going to be starting behind all the front drivers. So Junior Lopez won race 1, so we started behind him, and we're going to try and make a move on him because we do want to get through the field. We don't want to be stuck behind them as they're going to be making the moves. But you know, positions are positions. So we're going to try and make it too wide into turn 3. Behind Sandeep Singh here, we've got second. And we're just as close to Sandeep as possible, and we're going to get the position on Junior Lopez. As you can tell, I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, we're going to try and Sandeep Singh next, but get a bit of a poor exit through turn 6, so Junior is going to be on the back of us. Sandeep running low wings, and he's right on the back of Amari Watson here, so no chance. And Amari Watson, sorry, not Amari Watson, Junior Lopez is just going to get straight back past us. Joe Gillette on the wrong side of us on 3 wide, but eventually he's going to back out even though he's in front of us. And we're going to take that position back. Run a bit wide, get a track limit for it. In front they're going to squabble a lot as it's the start of the race. This is where you want to make all your positions up.
They just crashed.
There's a crash in the back, I think, something happened, so my teammate's getting positions. Not quite in the top 20 yet. As what happened there? Michael Falkenine in the yellow and black car with the
two guys, I think two guys with broken front wing.
with no front wing.
No, corner still in the lead.
Spun by himself and collected Sandeep Singh, so that's 2 positions for us.
Only 1.2 seconds ahead of Andrea.
And our teammate
Please don't.
Oh, is that actually corner?
having problems in the back there with Johannes Leppert. He's now in P20. And we're on the back of Amari Watson here. Gonna send it. Braked a bit too late, car slid. Not quite got the position there. As we're gonna continue behind.
I think it was.
Yeah, Sandeep and Philip.
So originally I did think it was Domenico,
No, my bad, no Philip. Florian, Heist, and Michael. That's why.
which is Sandeep's teammate.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Florian Haas had a jump start.
Yeah, he's out anyways.
We really do waffle in the VC, don't we? But we're having to defend from Joe Gillette here.
Oh my god,
He's
we're
not
side
quite
by
close
side.
enough. And he's going to be
Barely
stuck
going
in the
fast.
dirty air.
Oh my god! Why is that? Why was he still there?
Amari Watson.
What was that?
We're in the slipstream.
Oh, you can get
And right round the outside, he leaves us the room. Unlike Chinaglia from race 1.
Orbit Motorsports who?
Ow.
You can tell I'm quite happy with that. One of my friends, Samuel Slavev in this race, owns Orbit Motorsports, and we beef quite
Oh,
heavily.
that's one.
As a joke, obviously. But speaking of Samuel Slavev, we're on the back of him now. Over the bump. Not ideal.
He got scared.
And in front of him is Chinaglia, who we did come together with in race 1. A little bit wide, they're gonna get a track limit for it. Amari Watson 0.3 behind now, so a bit worrying. And Dirty Air already racked up 2 track limit points.
Oh, my car is not shifting again.
As Amari Watson's going to try on our outside, but we're hoping that he backs out as we're still in front.
I can't overtake.
Bit of a touch there through the far chicane, not ideal. I think I moved over on him. Someone's off track. It's Chinaglia. And I shouldn't have done this, but I remembered what happened in race 1.
If I'm so close to people, I'm
And
gonna lose it
I just didn't want to leave him any
when
room.
I'm turning in.
I got over the bump and he's off the track. And if you check the rear view mirrors,
I did what you did to me in race 1.
he gets spun round into the wall by Joe Gillette. Got bullied by 2 drivers in the space of 3 turns. Or 2 turns even. And we're going to skip forward a bit here. As we're on the back of Samuel Slava again. And if you check on our on the right side, as I'm trying to get on the back of the car now in the slipstream, you see Brody Lawless now, 2.2 seconds back, and I think he started below the top 20.
What position are you in?
As we're gonna scare him in turn 1, but it doesn't work.
7th. He actually didn't get scared. Okay.
As you can hear me say, didn't get scared. We should have started a move up for turn 3. So a bit of a mistake on my end. But we're going to stick behind him for now. Almost over the bumps again. And I get another track limit.
Should be 0.5.
0.5. So not that bad, up to 2.5, but I'm about to do something silly here again in turn 6. Just on the throttle too early, not turning enough. I even let off and it's still 1.5.
Oh, Brody's behind me here, won't he?
Abysmal track limits, and that's allowed Brody Lawless to catch up.
Brody's still like a second back though.
1.2 seconds back, so not quite close enough, but we're gonna just fucking hell. We're gonna skip forward again, and he's right behind us now, 0.4 back. So Brody Lawless, Brody, another friend of mine, teammate with Casper Kuritz actually, who's in 5th position for RGS, and he's closed right up on the back.
Brody's so quick.
And even with the dirty air being so bad in turn 6, I didn't get a good turn. 0.4 back, as you know, close enough for slipstream. And I'm just gonna let him through, as I know he's got rocket ship pace. I think I'm in the high 36s for most of this race. He's running low 36s. A bit of a wiggle there as a thank you. A little wiggle back.
Oh my god, he just fucking hell.
As you can see, just got blistering pace, honestly. Fastest guy this weekend.
Oh my god.
Easily.
I
As I think this is lap 6, I believe. So on to lap 8 now. Or it might be lap... Is it lap 8? No, it's lap 10. This is lap 10 we're on now. Excuse me. As Brody Lawless in front of us, trying to catch Samuel Slavev. He goes off the track, and after the race, he told me he had a screen freeze through there, so it could have been much worse. As we breeze past, which is not ideal for our race, because he's going to be on the back of us.
This is the problem. Look at the fucking difference.
And as you can see now,
Slipstream, not gaining anything to him.
in the top right, Ty Youngstra, 15th position. I think they've gone 3 wide into the far chicane. They might have done. And Brody on the back of us still. I want him to get through as soon as possible, but yeah, I can't let him through here. As you can see, Amaro Watson 0.9 back. And we're losing significant time to Samuel Slavov.
Nice.
So we're just going to drive as fast as possible, so we can extend the gap from Amari Watson, and I can let Brody back past. And hopefully, for us and our race, he can slow down Samuel Slavov.
Nice. Yeah, good move.
Just enough for us to get close, honestly. As we're quite similar pace, but I could get the edge over him when I wanted. Again, Brody not close enough. He looks for it, but he's not done. He's going to stick him behind us. He's going to wait for the back straight before the fast chicane to make the move. And I think it was a little bit closer than last time. As you can see, 0.4 back coming into turn 6. And I think I get a good turn 6 for once. Yeah, pretty good. Minimum speed 191. 0.5 back, so it is doable. And we're running, I think the same setup actually. As he's in the same group as me. Same group of people that practice. As you can see, 0.1 back. He's going to take the inside, and I'm going to let off before the turn just to let him through. And Amari Wilson does not catch.
My shit is stuck. My shit is stuck.
Another
My
wiggle.
shit is stuck. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, my camera was locked in the rear view.
Oh, as we're going to go off.
Fuck's
Don't,
sake.
not getting a track limit for that, as Ty is still complaining, is what he's known for. He did just lose P13 and went back down to P14 in fairness. I don't know what happened. His wheel sucks. Amari Watson behind us. He is very close. As we're going to skip forward to lap 13. And we're going to see Amari Watson has dropped off the back of us. And as you can see in front, Brody Lawler's going for the move. And Kano Samuslavov does not give up. Oh, he does give up the position, sorry. What do you mean doesn't give up? What am I saying? He gives up the position. On to lap 14 now. And as you can see, we're not quite close enough for the move. We're 0.8 back. Samuel in front of us. Not quite in the dirty air, so he's not going to lose too much time on us. As we're going to try and maximise everything we can up the fast chicane. And a crucial part of the race is going to just happen here. As Brody managed to get past Magnus in front for P5. And Mari's still on the back of us. He's quite quick. And here in front of us, as you can just see, Magnus misses his braking point. Hits the back of Brody. Brody saves it. Keeps P5. And we've gained another position. So good for us as we're coming onto the final lap. And we're going to skip ahead as nothing happens until... Oh, actually no, we're not going to skip ahead. So we're just going to continue the footage as we're going to desperately try and catch Samuel Slavov. P6.
13 positions.
And as he makes a mistake in turn 3.
I'll take it, I'll fucking take it.
Those two yapping in VC. Ty's in P13 now, which is 3 points. So, and added 3 points for our championship. And he started P25, by the way. So, great drive from my teammate there. As
that isn't a cut is beyond me.
as I say, how that isn't a cut. And it's perfect. As we're 0.4 back. And as we know, 0.4 back means slipstream.
Magnus behind is quite far.
So, we're going to go for the move.
We can go for
This is the only time in the race where we were close enough. Side by side. I leave him enough room. He tries to switch back over the curb. He goes and off the track into the wall. So we gain the position, but we do lose one to Magnus. But we're still close enough as we can still take it back. Gonna try and outbrake him, but no room. He closes the door. We get a better exit. He's defending the inside.
While the race is still going on.
Gonna try another switch back. Can we dive bomb? No, we can't dive bomb. He closes the door again. Amari Watson right behind us, but Amari's not a threat anymore. He closes into the back too close. We're going to tuck in the slipstream of Magnus to the line. And I'm dumb here because I should have sat in the slipstream more because we've got the overspeed, but it's not quite close enough.
I'll do P6. James knocks
I'll
out
take
penalty.
12.
For P6 it is. James Knox gets a penalty.
He like went over the sausage curb, but I don't know why. Though.
So great result for us. And Ty's gets P10.
I gained 15 positions.
For real.
So great race for us.
Actual GOAT performance, man.
Good race for Theegis as well. And as you can see, Ty's P10, myself P6, James Knox went all the way down to 20th, and Domenico won the race, which is his first FS2 race win. Casper P2 and Brody P4 for RGS, so RGS are smashing it in the championship. Yeah, that's the results. So great results. And here are the standings. P7 in the standings between Sandeep Singh and Brody Lawless. I couldn't have asked for a better race, honestly, from where I started. Maybe could have beaten Sandeep and Magnus in the championship if I had a better qualifying, but that's all for the video. Hope you enjoyed. It's Istanbul in 2 weeks, so I'll see you there.